Hi friends, my name is Likesh.
I'm here for Troubleshoot, and in today's video, I've got an incredibly interesting video for you if you'd like to use OBS as a virtual webcam. So, as you know, OBS over here simply has a start streaming, start recording, studio settings, and exit button. But with the latest version of OBS 26.0.0, we have a new feature inside of OBS Studio, the virtual camera. Previously, you had to download a plugin for this to work, but now it's actually built into OBS Studio. To get whatever the current active scene is as a virtual webcam, all you have to do is click Start Virtual Camera, and immediately any program that recognizes webcams will see this as a digital webcam input. So moving it across to the side and stopping the camera, let's bring across something like Discord. I'll quickly head into Voice and Video, scroll down, and as we can see under Video Settings, we have the OBS Virtual Camera. Simply clicking Test Video, we see exactly what OBS is outputting. Currently, it's just the OBS icon and a no camera button, meaning that it's not outputting. If we head across to OBS and click Start Virtual Camera, you'll see that whatever our active scene is then showed as a virtual camera over here. Now, of course, you can add literally anything to this: images, a physical webcam, an NDI stream, etc., etc., and you'll be able to use it as a webcam in Discord, Skype, Zoom, Teams, etc., etc. All of that with the simple click of a button now that it's built into OBS. Whatever your screen size is and FPS, inside of the settings video section over here will be the settings for your virtual camera. Super simple, and it works just about anywhere. Now, before you had to download and use a plugin. Because this new process is so simple, this video would be about 10 seconds. What was the old process and how do we go ahead and do it? Well, say that you like using an older version of OBS for some reason, such as this one over here. How do we install the plugin? Well, simply head across to the link in the description down below and you'll be taken to OBS Virtual Cam 2.0.5. When you get to this page, you'll scroll down and you'll find some info on how to actually use this plugin. All we have to do is simply scroll up to the top and click Go to Download. This will take us across to a direct download link from the official GitHub page for this project. All we have to do is simply close out of OBS and open up this exe. I'll click Next, and then we get to pick where the program is actually installed. Now for me, because I won't be installing this to the official OBS, I'll be installing it to a portable OBS copy over here. Simply just locate your OBS Studio folder if it isn't in C Program Files, OBS Studio, as such. Next, select the number of virtual cameras you want to register. Let's be using 1 and install. Upon clicking Finish, you'll notice an uninstaller inside of the OBS Studio folder, and that means that it's successfully installed. Opening up OBS Studio once again, we can head across to the Tools section at the top, and we now see a virtual camera. This is the OBS output. Target camera, OBS camera 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, you'll have to reinstall with a different number of cameras if you want to use the rest of these. Heading across to something like Discord, clicking the drop down, we now see the OBS camera as well. This is the plugin's output, not the actual OBS updated output. So let's add a new capture. I'll add, say, a display capture and size it so it fits my screen. I'll go to Tools, Virtual Cam, and then simply click Start. If you'd like it to start with OBS Studio, simply click Auto Start. We have a horizontal flip, which apparently can cause a lot of crashes and keep aspect ratio. If we bring across Discord over here, you can see that OBS Camera, the output from the plugin, is working as expected. And OBS Virtual Camera, the output from my other OBS Studio, is also working as expected. You can see the color profile is a little bit different, but I'm pretty sure that's because I've got the second OBS to work with a different color space in the settings. Regardless, we have these settings over here that we can play around with. Let's try the horizontal flip. As you can see, it's now flipped horizontally and things are now readable. I don't know if this preview is just mirrored or the actual camera itself is mirrored. Horizontal flip again, you can see it's rotated around. The aspect ratio is just for resizing, and the auto start option over here is to simply start using this virtual cam automatically without having to click start or stop every time you restart OBS. The last thing in this is the buffered frames option. If your PC is getting some lag, your webcam's lagging a bit, etc., etc., all you have to do is simply crank up the buffered frames, but the more that you add here, the more delay you'll have between your separate microphone input and the virtual cam. Speaking of audio, both the new OBS and the old plugin do not support audio output through the virtual camera. Usually because cameras and microphones are separate devices, so there's no way of getting audio out of OBS and back into something like Discord, Zoom, etc. You'll have to use a virtual audio cable or something like that to mirror your desktop's audio as a microphone input. If you'd like to see how to do that, make sure to check the description down below for a link to a video on that. If I haven't done one already, I'll probably get across to it sometime in the future. And of course, if you'd like to uninstall this and get rid of that camera input, all we have to do is simply head across to the OBS Virtual Cam uninstaller, but you'll probably also be able to find this in your normal programs list. Simply opening it up, we can click uninstall and the program itself will uninstall. Then heading across to something like Discord, you'll notice that the OBS camera is now missing from our camera input, and it's only the official one that came with the new OBS Studio release. Anyways, that's about it for this video. Thank you all for watching. My name's been Technobo here for Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time.